my name is Bobby. I'm going to be the social worker that you'll be working with. What brings you in here today?
Recently I've been having some relationship problems due to my drinking.
How often do you drink?
I would say a little bit during the weekdays, but then much more on the weekends.
Describe these relationship problems.
For the past couple months or so, it seems like my boyfriend and I have been getting into more fights and not getting along, especially when I've been drinking. It seems like there's just more fights, and we just aren't the same couple that we used to be.
Describe the couple that you used to be.
The couple we used to be, it was more like we were open with each other, we trusted each other, we had a lot of fun, there were rarely any fights, or if there were a fight, it was about a little thing, and it would get resolved very quickly, and we were able to move on past that. But now it seems like it's just all fighting and back and forth.
Is there specific things you're fighting about?
For me, it's mostly like trust issues and things like that, but then also the fight stems from my boyfriend not wanting me to drink as much or go out as much, so it's kind of those two things.
So does the drinking usually ensue the conflict?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm getting is that you're in a relationship with your boyfriend. You guys have been dating for how long?
We've been dating for 2 years.
You've been dating for 2 years. You guys have had a very good relationship. You guys have enjoyed each other's company. But recently you are experiencing more conflict through arguments and openness and having trouble communicating. And alcohol seems to be a factor that is starting that conflict.
Yeah.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How much do you usually drink when you're drinking?
On the weekdays, it'll be just like a couple drinks. But then on the weekend, it's much more like 5 or 6.
5 or 6. Do you feel you have a change in behavior when you drink?
I think I do. I know that I get more agitated and I just get more, I guess, angry, and it's easier for me to express that anger, or the anger kind of just boils over when I am drinking, whereas when I'm not.
What are your feelings after you've drank and have expressed this anger, this agitation?
I think after the alcohol's worn off, I feel really guilty. The day after, realizing the fight we've had, or how much I drank, or how I expressed myself. So it's really a lot of guilt. And I also worry about my boyfriend and our relationship in the future, and if this is going to affect it.
What makes you, what gives you the initial desire to drink? Is there certain scenarios you're in where you feel you need to drink?
I would say I drink a lot when I'm stressed. And then also just coming home to unwind, I'll drink. And then on the weekends, it's more of a social thing. So I'll go out with friends, or friends and my boyfriend.
Does your boyfriend drink?
He does, but not the amount I do. He'll just have one beer throughout the night, and he doesn't really drink on the weekdays, so.
Does he ever express the thought of, does he think you have a drinking problem? Has he ever expressed that to you?
He has expressed it a couple of times to me.
Okay. What has your response been when he's expressed that?
More out of defending myself and kind of, I feel like he's kind of being confrontational, and I don't like that, so that's usually another reason why the fights start is because of that. I feel like he's kind of pointing fingers at me, so I try to defend myself, and then the fight starts.
Okay, so what I'm hearing here is that you drink more so just not often, but during the week, and it's during the weekends when you tend to drink more. It's also during times when you're stressed, and due to the alcohol, you're more prone to lash out or defend yourself, stand up for yourself than you would if you were sober.
Yeah.
And this has angered your boyfriend, or at least frustrates him.
Yeah.
And it is causing strain in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anyone you go to cope with this, to talk with about it? Do you have friends that drink that are with you and your boyfriend that see this?
I mean, when we do go out on the weekends, it is with friends. They do see this. And then I also have my sisters that I talk to about it. Less so my parents, but more so my sisters. And then my friends, like, in my classes or on campus.
Okay. Have you ever discussed why you drink around your boyfriend? To your boyfriend, specifically?
I try to, but that's usually when we are fighting or when he is, like, pointing fingers, so I feel like he's not really listening at that point. He's not listening to, like, the reasons why. He's more so just accusing me of, like, drinking too much.
Do you want to stop drinking?
I do.
What would you say your life would look like if you stopped drinking?
I feel like it would be much more balanced and much more relaxed because there wouldn't be this fighting. And I feel like my relationship will be for the better if I'm not drinking, since there is so many fights. I think if I don't drink, we'll hopefully get back to where we were when we first started dating.
What would you say is holding you back from stopping?
I think, honestly, just going through the process of kind of like weaning myself off of drinking, I think is scary, and then also like learning some better coping skills, I think, is also harder, since alcohol is such an easier fix, since you can just drink it and that's it. So I think those are the two biggest issues for me.
Would you say you have resources that could help you cope?
I think, well, definitely seeing you, I think, will help. And then also, I think with the support of my friends and family will also be a big resource to me.
Have you found ways that you've been able to cope in the past?
I have. In the past, I tried to focus more on, like, myself and kind of putting myself in more situations that didn't involve drinking. So hanging out with friends outside of nightlife, like getting lunch or getting frozen yogurt with them or coffee, trying to, like, exercise more, so trying to be more healthy and kind of focusing more on myself.
So what I'm hearing is that you realize that alcohol has become an issue in your life. You realize that it hasn't always been an issue, and it is currently becoming one. But you also have a desire to improve. It's very evident that you care for your boyfriend, and that is a great strength. Also, it's evident that you are willing to put in effort and work, and it's awesome to see that you have resources that you are aware of, that you know you can take advantage of. It's awesome to hear that you talk with your sisters about it, that you have some ideas of how coping in the past has worked. I think there are other resources that we can look into in the future. But for now, I will look over the information that we have talked about. And next time we meet, we can go over some goals and some things we can work on. Okay. Thank you so much for being open and talking. And I know it's not an easy thing to do.
Thank you.
Okay.